Who's your EastEnders character of the year? Hello everybody and welcome back to Watching Walford. It's now the new year, so for the first couple days, we're going to be doing our own little version of some awards. Instead of doing a big long form video, we're going to do a couple of shorter ones, which gives us a bit of a bit more time to have a break, and they'll come out as and when. So first up's going to be, who's your favourite EastEnders character of the year? This is the category in its own. It's not most improved. It's not fucking best newcomer. It is just your favourite character of the year. A hard one to pick, I won't lie. There's a lot of characters who's been on the show this year.
There's been a good few. If I can run through some names.
Yeah.
I'll run through some names and then I'll pick out a list, if that makes sense.
All right.
So obviously, I look at characters based off, can they make me laugh? Because Ash knows, Ash is probably the only person who can regularly make me laugh, let's be honest. Ash could literally jug an apple, throw an apple at his face, and I'd still be, funny clown. Let's be honest. Ash could do anything and he buckles me. Just because his face just sells it, he's just like, fucking laugh now, pig boy. Do they make me laugh? Do I enjoy their character / actor? Because sometimes an actor makes the role.
Yes.
Obviously, Brian Connolly, I think that's his name, makes Rocky
sure.
Cotton.
It takes a certain kind of person to deliver that sort of persona, you know.
And I feel like the other two examples I would use would be Shane Ritchie, obviously, made Alfie, and Leslie Grantham or Graham, made Dirty Dan.
Exactly.
So if it was
Phil Mitchell, Ian, there's a lot of the very suited.
Yeah, it's like, how would things be different if Steve McFadden was playing Ian Beale and Adam Woodyack was playing Phil Mitchell?
That would be interesting. That would.
The fucking that needs to, guys, hit us up, give us a call. That is an idea for a fucking Children in Need episode. But yeah, obviously I look at that when I think of characters. So there is a few characters that come to mind. I don't know if we're doing an improved category. Are we doing an improved category?
We are doing a most improved, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll leave one of the characters. I'm leaving one of the characters out then. But in time from enjoying them, I'll give you my top 5 and kind of just give you good 2-3 minutes about my top 5 if I can think of 5. Obviously, at the bottom it's Rocky. Now, this being my first year as a full watcher and enjoyer. Gotta get that plug in. Rocky has really stuck out to me because Rocky is he's your man. He's like a neighbour you meet down the road.
Yeah.
Like when you look at Phil Mitchell and you go, all right, where I live, would there be a Phil Mitchell? Probably not. And if there is, you live in a small town, then why would there be a Phil Mitchell? And then you look at Rocky and you go, if I went to the pub today, I guarantee
you could find 5 Rockies.
Yes, so it's like, you won't find a Phil Mitchell in a pub, but you'd find a Rocky in a pub, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he is everybody's mate. He is that cheeky chappy.
Now, obviously, near the end, where he set the cafe on fire, it can be debated whether you want to call him a cheeky chappy, give him a old nookie on the head. He did it all for the cookie. He did it all for the money. Nookie. I know it was nookie, I just said cookie.
All right.
Because that's me. But yeah, Rocky has improved to me. He's the best one of the best characters to me because he plays such he plays a role of being such a lovely guy. Like he's like one of your uncles or cousins. He just plays that so well, that older gentleman. And then obviously at the time of recording this, December 30th. So I can't
think that is genuinely his exit.
Yeah,
as far
but
as
if
I've
it
seen,
isn't,
people have said, this is his last scene. It's kind of wild.
If he does have somehow scenes on the first week of January, then I obviously can't speak on that. But he also plays being a sad man who lost everything perfectly, and I like that. It's like you look at Adam Woodyack. If you met him in real life and you go, "You're a fucking pussy," he will be like, "Yeah, I am, mate." But he probably wouldn't say it. He probably hides his ego and have his ego shelter it. But you know what I mean? It's like Rocky plays being a pussy as well. Just so, like the scene where he's in the jail cell and it's Kathy and Rocky And you have Kathy like trying to say goodbye to Rocky, just going, "Look, just be Thomas Cotton, not Rocky Cotton, just be Thomas Cotton."
Yeah.
And then you slowly see the police officer walking in, and it's like, "What do you want to say?" And then he starts as Rocky Cotton, and then you slowly see a switch turn in him, where he becomes human almost, like a switch turns on in his brain, where he just breaks down. He cries because he lost everything. That's why Rocky's probably in my top 5 if I had to give 5. Because like he's a character like Brian Connolly, I just looked at him and he was shit, but now he's improved to me. And I'm like,
for sure. There's more depth, right? He's shown that he's capable of losing. All right, I just want to cut in because this video will be long enough if you go through all 5 immediately. I'm gonna say like a top 3, I guess, for me personally. See, I can't give it to like regular people who would usually get it, like Phil, because Phil was only acting for like fucking 1 month of the year. So I think out of characters who have been continually entertaining and have, it's not necessarily most improved, but have kind of earned the spot rather. I think number 3. Fuck, it's hard. Number 3 might genuinely be Nish, personally.
He's my number 2.
He's been such a bastard, but he's been so good at doing it. I hate you, Nish. I hate you. I want to fuck you, Nish. Nah, you whore. Nah. He's just... The actor does such a good job at being this like charming, but like there's just an underlying like, don't you fucking dare try anything.
Do you want me to go into why Nish is number 2 for me?
Yeah, go
on. Nish is obviously number 2 for me because he at the start of the year you think everything's going fine. Like at the start of 2023. Obviously, I didn't really know about Eve and Sucky. I knew what happened because obviously I seen the scene where Eve's on top of Sucky, or Sucky on top of Eve, one of the two. And obviously I've seen that. But then you slowly see throughout the year he's getting more and more mental. And then obviously it ramps up near Christmas because at Christmas time he knows everything about Sucky and Eve. But what's funny is that we, the audience, know that Sucky loves Eve.
Yes.
And Sucky knows she loves Eve. And Eve knows that Sucky loves her. But you have the contrast.
Nish has no fucking clue.
Nish has the contrast of basically your homophobic granny being like, "You're not gay. That man, he might have a nice penis, but you're into women. Here's a picture of a pussy. You're into women." And it's like the opposite for that. It's like, that man has a nice penis, love him. And it's like, okay, Nish, as you say. He's basically saying you're being brainwashed. You are delusional. She's coming on to you, you're not coming on to her. And then you slowly see the Galati and Panesar family kind of root on Christmas Day, against Nish.
Yes.
I don't know how it's going to play out now when he wakes up from his coma, but you kind of see on Christmas
Day... It's like
Day...
that chicken bum, right, you know?
Yeah.
He's lost everything when he wakes up. There's going to be hell to pay. And that's really exciting.
Yeah. It's just like I'm excited to see the dynamic between Ravi, Finney, and Nish. And
because they all pivoted to the other side now. So like, you know, before like, Nish, you know, you're fine, but now they're not on his side anymore. So like, but he has to, you know, Nish plays the advantages. He has to try get his shit in somewhere, and so it'll be where will it lie?
And plus, I really think that he can be a great, like, second Dirty Dan. I'm not saying you can't replace Dirty Dan, no. I know. But he could be a great second generation of Dirty Dan, if that makes sense. Like, because Dirty Dan was always a man who you hated, but you love as well. That makes sense to people. Like, Dan was a horrible man. You know you can't win a fight against Dan, but he will cheat and scrawl his way through it. It's the same with Nish. He won't win a fight, but he could probably fuck you up.
Yes.
But he's not winning that fight. It's like
He'll have to use his wits about him rather than his brawn.
Like we obviously got the Dan and Phil showdown between between Ravi and Nish, where Ravi overpowers Nish, and then Nish immediately just grabs a fucking rolling pin and just goes bonk and just bonks him on the head. And then obviously a champagne bottle takes him down. But that's my number 2. What's your number 2?
See, there's a lot of characters who I would like to have ascended, and I'm really torn because I guess an honourable mention is Ian and Cindy, who have been fucking fantastic at just being fucking pricks. They are absolute assholes, but I've loved every second of them.
If I can,
I'll also suggest Elaine as well in that honourable mentions. I would love to be able to I would love to have them on that list, but there's just 2 other people who've done more this year.
If I can just chime in, my favourite Ian Beale scene that we've seen was from the final episode of the year, where the police officer walks in and goes, "We're looking for Thomas Cotton. He's there, he shot me, get him, officer. He bullied me in school, he kissed my mom. I don't like him, mom. Please arrest him." And it's like,
one thing I also remind you, lift a little bit. Yeah, okay.
There we go.
Fucking head's not on the screen. But yeah, like, as much as I would have loved to have had them be up there, they just can't be. They've just not done enough. They've been good. They've been really fantastic. But yeah, I guess number 2 is a kind of surprise one that I didn't expect to happen. But it's mostly just because of what we've seen lately and what we've seen it build to. This year was a return to form for Sharon. As much as she spent most of it with Keanu, and you're like, bloody hell. But because at the end she had nothing to lose, so now she is Queen Bitch Sharon. Almost like capturing some of the but just a great mixture of both Den and Angie of don't you fuck with me. I'm worth more than you piece of shit. You're the shit on my shoe. Don't fucking step to me. Where she had that with Kat, she had that with Keanu in the final episodes. Like, what goes underappreciated is when Sharon turns mean, fucking shit's gone down. We don't get to see it that often anymore, but the scenes with Kat, the scenes with Keanu, some of my favourite of the year.
Again, she has the charm of Angie, where she's nice and I don't know why I'm saying delicious, but nice and delicious. Like, you go into, if Angie was a real person, like, you'd go there and you'd give her the gossip, and Angie would just sit there and listen. Albeit she was an alcoholic, but we ignore that bit. Sharon is
not the first bit.
And obviously then the minute something bad happens, she turns into Den and just does the victim blaming, blames everyone else, doesn't really blame herself. It's like, you're the reason Denny's dead. I know, but maybe you shouldn't have put him on the boat. You're the reason he's dead. Fair enough. You know what I mean? Because Den always used to do that. Den wouldn't take his eggs and run with it. He'd sit there and be like, "You broke my eggs." Mate, there's a hen over there. Just get new eggs. No, you broke my eggs. I'm not getting new eggs.
You're gonna fix this.
You're gonna fix my eggs. No, there's literally a hen over there.
Yeah. Who's your number 2?
No, I already get my number 2.
All right, who's your number 1?
Well, a quick honourable mention goes to Mitch, because seeing Mitch's final year has really, when I used to casually watch EastEnders, like, watch it every few months in the past 5 years, Mitch would be a character that would creep up on me, and I quite enjoyed him.
He's just so lovable.
He might be in my most improved. Oh, forget the microphone. Might be my most approved. But he's definitely up there. If I had to give another 2 mentions, I would go for Harvey. I know people don't like Harvey, but
people like Harvey. People like him.
It's just it's so nice because you have the duality of us two, where I see Harvey and I'm like, give me a hug, and then Ashby making a lovely comment like, yeah, Elaine, the dynamic of Elaine is just great. Yeah, what about Harvey? Fuck off. Fuck off. And I just love that.
I like my characters to have depth.
What about Harvey? Fuck off. Fuck right off. It's like, so Harvey's kind of like that for me. And if I had to go for another pick, it'd obviously be Ian, just because of the last scene of the year. It's just like, get over there, over there, over there.
People don't understand. He is the weasel. That's his whole shtick, and that's why it's so fun.
But my number one, and Ash might have to cut this, might not. I call him the big cuddly black man. It's George Knight, big cuddly man. Love to have a pint with him.
You never called him that in your life.
I always think of calling him that, but I thought now would be the perfect time.
That's fair. I like the George Knight pick.
Just because he's so cuddly. Like, if you watch our reactions and you see me with a George Knight scene, there's a chance you see me either put a smile on or I just sit there. Because, like, we could be talking throughout this 20 minutes of the episode, but the minute George Knight appears, my ears perk up and I'm like, oh, hold on, Ash, hold on. Like on Christmas Day or Stephen's Day / Boxing Day, when he was doing the Ian Beale impression, which I need to re-see that clip. He's just so lovely. Like, I just want to give him a big hug. Like, he was introduced well. I thought he was going to be mean. He was introduced, and like,
he probably had one of the nicest entrances anybody's gotten in a long time.
Like, and if you want me to explain why he had a nice entrance, well, you have Gina, Anna, and Elaine like going, yeah, let's fucking celebrate. Ladies in the nightclub, are you ready in the Queen's Victoria to get ready for the best night you've ever had? And you're like,
and everybody's just
drop
like,
the bass.
Someone just died.
And then George
we didn't fucking know, you little fucking pricks. And
then George Knight is like, walks in, tips his cap off, and it's like, don't worry, lads, they didn't know. I apologise for them.
Yeah, and then everybody's like, love you, George.
George, you're a great boxer.
He solved everybody's problems on the first episode. It was great. Yeah, George has been a great addition to the show, and like I said, you always need those slightly older characters that does like feel like they've earned their fucking place to be there. And George is someone who's seen a lot of shit, has been through a lot of shit, but fundamentally just wants to live a good life with his family.
See, this might be a controversial opinion from me, but if this was what Mick Carter was supposed to be, I would have loved Mick Carter.
I mean, this is what Mick Carter was, but not in the last year, so.
Because like
the last couple of years had been rough for the character, let's be real.
Fucking you expect him to just walk down a normal path, he's going through a torn bush.
But yeah, it is the same. It's the same archetype, really. Pretty much the same dynamic with Mick and George and Elaine as Mick and Linda, because good man doesn't want problems. Elaine, fucking fake laughing at everyone. My number one is a bit of a surprise for me personally, and it was an absolute sleeper pick as well. I suppose if there was someone who was also close, could have been Stacey this year as well, because just great stuff. Like, Lacey Turner's fantastic, and you'll never. I don't know. It's just she is the complete package with everything she does. You needed to give a fucking snarky one-liner, nail it. You needed to give this big, loud, like shouting at people because they're not taking her seriously, nailed it. Like, it's just so good. I really enjoyed the character this year. But surprisingly, this is the turnaround of the fucking century. My favourite EastEnders character of the year is Linda, which is absolutely wild to think. Even just a year ago, they've rehabbed her image so well in this last year. In my eyes, she is very quickly ascending up the list of the top tier pub landladies. Like Peggy's obviously up the top. And she's also kind of up the top, but not really, because she wasn't there that long.
3 years.
Fuck, who else is like that top tier? Den's kind of there as well. Mick's kind
Peggy.
of still up there, but yeah. Obviously, Peggy's like tip top, essentially. But Linda's like very quickly making her way up there as she just it absolutely steals the show each year. She's had a lot of really good stuff to work with this year. Obviously, the aftermath of Lick. The aftermath of Mick. Obviously, that stressful stuff. introducing our new family, which she slotted into very well, and it was a great addition, in my opinion. Not many people like them, but I fucking love them.
I just have a quick question for that new family.
Mm?
They introduced a person that hasn't been really seen. Tyson. Where the fuck? Yeah, where the fuck is Tyson?
I knew that was where it was going. I got there in the end. And also, obviously, the being confronted by your rapist and even that stuff. Like, really tragic, but very good stuff. And obviously, her killing Keanu at the end of the year. Kind of, like I said, being a part of these big whodunit stuff, this also ascends the character even further. And just being a part of the six and being an integral piece in that puzzle, like, just Linda and the actress have done a fantastic job at just reaffirming, because Linda's always been with Mick, so you go, oh well, if Mick's not there, there's no reason for her to be there, but she's just went, fuck you, I'm here regardless, and like, she hasn't skipped a beat, and it is the turnaround of the fucking centuries. I've never liked Linda, but this year, favourite EastEnders character. So, fair play.
I'd agree with that. Just another honourable mention I quickly want to throw in, if you don't mind. Now, this might upset people, but Theo Hawthorne.
He's garbage.
He plays such a big... look, I don't care.
He's done it well. He has done it well.
Yeah. Like, okay, I know this might sound mean, but and if you don't like this word, I'm sorry, but he's played being a cunt so badly. It's all godly.
It's every single video. Stop fucking saying it.
Like,
use a different word.
You know what I mean? He's played that so well, but you just look at him and you go, "You are a mean bastard."
Exactly.
And I hate
just say bastard. It's easy. Everybody knows it's what I really want to say. I just say bastard or prick. Easy. No, I don't know. Theo's not. He's not on that level. Like, he's.
Oh, he is, but you know, I've been a Theo stan.
You just had a bit of a fixation for the character. Like, he's been a fucking wet lettuce. He's just mid. He's not done anything. Like, sure. There was the Freddy scene. But that was Freddy's fucking scene. That wasn't Theo's. That was Freddy, like, becoming much better. Like, I guess I can appreciate it, but obviously the story's not over yet, so once that story's done, we'll get some more time to actually reflect on it and figure out whether Theo was actually, that strong.
It's just gonna be like, I don't know if we're gonna do a half-year section.
No.
But, like, you go to the half-year section, it's like, so who's your best guy? Theo.
But yeah, so obviously, if you want to just run through that top three again, you go through yours, I'll go through mine.
Number 3 is Rocky, because you go to a pub, you obviously meet a Rocky. Number 2 is Nish, because you hate him and you want to fuck him. And his actor, I'm not going to say his name, Navin Chowdhury. Navin Chowdhury. Probably butchered that again. Just he's a great actor. He really.
If there's one thing that's great to know is that he will be, like, he's not done. Is the great bit. There's more stuff to come with Nish. So that's the exciting part for me.
And number 1 is, of course, what the fuck did I have number? Oh, George and I. Yes. I forgot for a second. Big cuddly man. Want to cuddle him like a teddy bear.
Yes.
But Colin Salmon probably does not want to be cuddled. He probably just wants a pint with you.
He just wants to know the Luton Town scores. I can't blame him. My top 3 were obviously Nish as number 3, Sharon as number 2, and Linda as number 1. But the most important question, the watchers. Who is your EastEnders character of the year? Tell us in the comment section down below. We really want to hear from it because, hey, I surprised myself. Piggy probably surprised himself doing this. So we want to see, we want to know what you guys think. Tell us in the comment section down below. I've been Ash from Watching Walford, been joined by Piggy. And keep getting involved in all the award stuff. And just let's make it a little yearly thing where we come back to this bit and we all have a lovely little discussion. Thank you for watching. Join us in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.